Here I am. Here we are.
That GREW, we could do it. Go Canada. Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Teams Team. Back again here for some more sports betting picks and selections. Totally complimentary free picks here. Today we're getting into game 2 of the Heat and the Nuggets, and some more elimination games in college softball if you're interested in that. And of course, a big slate here of Major League Baseball. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. How's yours been, Ramon?
Well, and we also saw, Mindy, the game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals last
How can
night.
I forget? I think you
Well,
totally crushed that, that prediction right there.
yeah, well, you're right. We did get it right on the show. I took the Panthers as a premium. So good job by you to have Vegas for us on the show. You had Vegas. I called for the over. So we gave out the winning plays here on the show. I didn't listen to you for some reason. Was kind of playing that road team thing. Wasn't sure
Right.
about. And I think the one thing that kind of stands out for me for the Golden Knight is Aiden Hill obviously doing a pretty good job, pretty great job since he's been. But remember, I mean, they've been through. I mean, they've had injured goalies. It seems like they're kind of down to like Hill was, number 3 or so, really, by the time it was all said and done, and he was in there. But he's done a great job, and the Knights. It was 2-2. It was a great game, actually.
Yeah.
A really good game. Even with 3-2, the one they got that 4th goal and the 5th goal came late. The score was not indicative of how exciting that game was. 5-2. It's going to be a really great series. You have a feeling by watching the action last night. So hope everyone cashed on that. We'll say hello to some folks. Welcome to the morning's team with the Midwest Premier Sports handicapper and friend, Mindy Hahne. I'm Ramon Scott coming to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. And we're going to get ready and go over our picks for today. Yeah, we got it, Mindy. NBA tonight, game 2. I already see some comments in the chat. What's going to happen when the Denver Nuggets take on the Miami Heat in game 2? We had to wait a couple of days here for this game. And
it's so long in between, I tell you.
Yeah. We'll preview also Major League Baseball. 15 games on the card. There's some WNBA as well, Mindy. So we got okay. So since we don't necessarily have a segment, maybe we could just kick off with the soft. Say hello to everyone. But you mentioned softball early, so let's just maybe we'll Mindy, Oklahoma and Florida State await the winners of these games. So Stanford and Washington, winner takes on Oklahoma. Do you see either of these teams? Do you have a pick here? I haven't seen the lines yet.
Sure. I mean, for me, I'd take Stanford. I love their pitching. They got the dynamic duo there, don't they? I mean, with Kennedy there, a 74-mile-an-hour rise ball. I mean, that's virtually unhittable, you guys. I mean, I hope some of you guys at one point in your life get a chance maybe to take a swing at a 74-mile-an-hour pitch from 43 feet. But again, it's like hitting a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in baseball. And there's not too many guys that throw those. I mean, so that is quality. And then she's a freshman. I mean, she might be able to pitch like 76 by the time she's out of there. So pretty impressive stuff.
Well, that was just it. And they came in. I mean, they have 2 pitchers, definitely. But I don't know. Would you say that she's been the biggest? I don't think it's a surprise. I mean, her velocity, what was talked about coming in, but she certainly emerged here on the national stage.
I think they're still going to probably go, with her to close out the game. So they have the drop ball pitcher to start and the rise ball pitcher to end. I think that's how they're going to probably play this out. And Washington's a little bit, they're having a little bit of trouble being able to get anything done with runners and scoring position, and absolutely terrible base running yesterday. It was pretty bad.
the winner will get the unenviable task of taking on the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yep, and they already got
Over
beat
in
by
the
Oklahoma once, so yeah.
yeah, well, hey, anything
But they
can
got a good
happen. Over in the other bracket, Florida State. Oh, I don't know. That's our two picks, kind of. I think, Mindy,
shot.
OU
Right.
and FSU, right? I was the one who was sticking out there with FSU. So Oklahoma State taking on Tennessee. I gotta like the Vols here. I haven't seen the lines yet, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one's gonna be a good one. For me, though, I think I might go the opposite way. I'd take you on a challenge and take
Okay,
the Cowboys here today. They've just been
okay,
scrappy all year and find ways to win when you don't really expect it. So maybe that's how I'd go.
okay. We don't have to go beyond that because we'll be on the air tomorrow. We could talk about it then. Uh, uh, with Oklahoma and Florida State in the driver's seats in their respective pools right now. Of course, the College World Series has two separate pools, and the two winners of those pools meet in the final. So, say hello to some folks here. Yeah, it'll be a big day of college baseball, too. I mean, there's going to be a lot of games as well. Today, if you don't like action, don't get my picks. I'm going to be coming to the lot. I fired again yesterday for another winning day in the colleges. Let's say hello to folks streaming in here for the show because Butterscotch. No, it was Curtis was here, of course, first, and Blake. Abiami Humphrey. Nice to see Abiami here. Abiami. Hope I got that right, my friend. Thank you. Bionic is here. JD's ready for a great pitchers duel in New York. Butterscotch is here. And also we have Thomas Lewis, of course, and Burley. Okay. Butterscotch says the Heat could be in trouble here. They had 2 days now, though, Mindy. That was kind of I don't know, a little bit interesting. They've had that extra day. We talked about waiting, but they've got their breather maybe a little bit. Look, they got a couple days to go into Denver, but getting acclimated. Ron's here. Jay Boone as well. Ron laid the puck line last night, he said. Burley at Vegas and over. Nathan is here. Miles as well. Okay. Oh, great. Scotch. Good job on the show, Mindy. Matt D's here today. All right. Nathan hitting a parlay, he says. Ron's ready, says Nuggets in the sweep. Jay Boone's calling for the sweep. Ron's been loving the WNBA. We'll see what happens tonight.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we barely missed it there with our play with Seattle. They did a pretty nice job, I thought. I had a premium there on the over yesterday. So Panger is here. Nice to see Panger today. Matt D again, he's got a prediction there. All right, CTG joining us. Howard Hogan. Smashing like, says Ron. B-Rob, good morning. Hello. And Mindy, last night I went 1-2 in my I went 2-1. I mean, come on, it says it right there.
Right.
France was robbed by the judges. Great, good fight, good main event fight. Solo number one here. I was on the wrong end of that poor decision, but that's how it goes. And Fernando here today, Alan Smetana. Great. And Mindy joining us from over there is Teresa O'Brien. Hello.
Good morning.
Great to have Teresa. All right. Oh, and Damian Betts is here as well. New name for us, but good to see Damian. He's on the team.
I like it. All right. Ready for some ball. Let's go.
Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and check it out because, Mindy, I got to show you. I don't know if you saw the words of the group yesterday, but it was a good day here for everyone. Take a look at Vinny. Hey, we gave him the a good juju yesterday
That's
by
right.
promoting him. 11-2 for Vinny. Hopefully you're watching out there, Vinny. We know if you are, you'll comment. But if not, good job by Vinny. He's been a great contribution to the site so far. And how about Tiffany? Mindy 7-0. Hello. I don't got the wrong Han here, do I?
Nope, that's the right Han.
Well, I'm saying, you're awesome. But Tiffany 7-0. Got to get me another Han here. Hey, Nick
Right?
Vartini
We only got one
7-1.
other. My brother. That's about it. We can get him on the site.
Don't tell me he doesn't like sports betting.
Oh no, he loves it.
Okay.
I gotta get the cat out of my way.
He can also be on Two Old Ladies That Bet and stuff
That's
like
right.
I am. Then Nick Vartini 7-1. I went 11-5 yesterday. Or no, actually, I think I went 10-5. No, I went 11-6, but the grading I don't think is in yet for the UFC. But also, I want to add that I've already had a winner today in the French Open with Pavlyuchenkova. Yeah, it was almost a pick 'em. Well, she was a slight favorite over Elise Mertens and Pavlyuchenkova. Now, if I told you, Mindy, on the surface that how much of a tennis genius I am, Pavlyuchenkova came into the match ranked 333rd, and Mertens is ranked like 25th. But Pavlyuchenkova actually was injured last year, so she lost her ranking. She's actually a former near top 10 player. So Pavlyuchenkova advances. There's action right now. We're getting down to the good action here. Djokovic is in action right now. So that was the only one I played because all the other ones were kind of $1.80 or higher. So just had the one play and today's action. So I'm done. I'm done in Paris. I got a few plays, but we don't offer game lines or anything like that. So Hollywood Sam 6-1. Tony T 4-0.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all.
pretty crazy to be though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-rank capper and being 4-0.
Right. Look at that. It's a great job by the cappers yesterday. Joseph Schultz 3-1. VIP account wins his only game. Ralph Raymond had an underdog in there to finish in the profit, and probably Samba Murdy as well in there. But I've got to show you the next one, Mindy. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I took a look. I took a look this morning, actually.
At the last 7 days, it's Two Old Ladies at Bet and Stuff on top here. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Mindy is up 1,269 units for the last 7 days. I'm up 1,154 units for the last 7 days. Tiffany's up 1,150 units for the last 7 days. I added this all up. That's 131 wins, Mindy, and 81 losses. That's a lot of bets. If you don't like to bet a lot, maybe our picks aren't for you. But if and here's the thing about our volume style, and people say, slow down. Just reduce the bet size if it's uncomfortable. We don't want anybody, going crazy. We don't want a bad day to happen. It could happen to anybody. But 50 games over 500 over the last 7 days between the three of us, Mindy.
Yeah, that's not too shabby.
That'll totally get it done. And that equaled about 3,500 units over the last 7 days. Collins up there. Sean Dinwiddie, king of totals. 60 basically going in at 67% there. So good job there. And for the last month, there we are, morning steam. So you got the two old ladies that bet and stuff, and you've got the morning steam team right there. Mindy still on top over the last 30 days. And we did give a little bit back last night on the late games. I will mention yesterday. Cost us a winning day, actually. We might have just got juiced in the end, but we fizzled. So only way
today.
Yeah, we fizzled at the end yesterday. But with all, like the they were saying the picks of the show picks were really good. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages. Mindy and I are about to give you a bunch of free picks here and then come at you with our premium picks. But take a look at what's ready right now up on the site with multi-game packages from our team of handicappers, including Collins Brown with a 5-pack, Tony T, red hot. He's got his NBA game in there also on a 3-pack, Daniel Wolasachuk, 3-pack. Nick is ready to go in soccer action today and also in MLB. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. All right, we'll say hello to a few more people, then get the show started and see who else is filed in here today. We've got Unlucky Charms.
Unlucky Charms.
Okay. Maybe that's not a frosted oat cereal with sweet surprises. It's the opposite.
No marshmallows.
So,
My dog is being super needy today. Oh my goodness. Why are you being so needy?
Sports AI is here today. All right. I think we got it. Oh, Ash, hello. As well. Okay. I think we've got them all here. All right. Let's get ready to go with the show here, Mindy, and we know what's coming up first. We're going back to the NBA Finals, where the Heat and the Nuggets are ready to continue the series with a 1-0. Remember, the Heat, they almost got there, kind of. Now they've had 2 days of rest. Maybe Denver's the greatest thing going, and we'll just have another one-sided affair. But and I see the total now is actually up to 216.5. So let's get it from Mindy Hahne. Get your picks, comments ready. We'll flash them up on the screen and get it right from Mindy right now.
Well, I mean, I kind of look forward the Heat to bounce back a little bit here from game one. I don't know, maybe a little bit of a hangover after the long season series here. Plus, I doubt that, I don't know, Martin and Robinson can combine again for a whole 2 for 23 shooting. Just don't think that will happen again. Maybe they'll have a little bit better game plan here for Jokic and Murray as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Heat today. I'm going to take those points, though. I mean, good luck, Rob, with them, with that money line. Again, I kind of think so that, the Nuggets probably take this game. But I'll go ahead and take the Heat and the points here again today.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing about the Heat that really has been their success has been that field goal shooting, which really has been off the charts. And you can talk about how maybe they, were just shooting well. Maybe those defenses weren't that great, whatever the case may be. But the shooting was way, way down in the last game. Maybe they're playing, the best team now, which, that would be the indication. So I think Sports AI, I think he's talking about he meant Denver there, but we know what he meant. Okay. Thomas Lewis says Denver wins, Miami gets the money. I think Mindy, maybe by the way I was talking a little bit, I think you maybe got a feel that I'm ready, even though I was on the Denver Nuggets in game 1 to blow out the Heat. And I'm going to come back on the Miami Heat in game 2. I'd like to take a chance with that money line. Why not? Especially if it just comes down to down the stretch. Oh, close game tonight. That's the way I feel about it. And Howard Hogan says Heat covers and loses. He covers in a loss. Okay. Solo says over tonight. I've got a premium on the total. So I don't know. I'm just going to make a noise about, and then you'll have to decide or subscribe to the pick. Yeah, Ron. Denver 114-103. I'm that girl says. They almost did cover. And right. I mean, if anything, right. I mean, which coach you going to trust, right? Not going against Malone. I'm just saying compared to other coaches necessarily. It's funny how, right, Mindy, I saw the Phoenix coach lands himself a huge contract in Detroit. So how bad was this guy in Phoenix, right? It's kind of big, doesn't make much sense sometimes. I mean, okay, guys are going to get another job. You're going to, but that was a huge contract for the guy. Must be a pretty decent coach. Let's see here. Miami covering over for solo number 1. Nathan says fatigue is going to hit the Heat hard. I was thinking the 2 days were a benefit to the Heat. Whereas, yes, the same thing. I mean, they did get the extra day also in going to Denver, but now they've been in Denver, right, since Monday night, right, or Tuesday morning, whatever time it was they got there. Ron says Denver gets this double-digit victory. And Butterscotch Struce. Yeah, it was Struce. I think it was Struce and Vincent with the 1 for 16, 1 for 17 together, whatever it was. No two individual players have ever had a worse game in NBA Finals history than those two players combined. You can go through all the different, because you got to have 18 or 19 shots between two players. And, I guess that's probably why that stat was uncovered. Not going to necessarily have two guys, 1 for 10 and one for 9, whatever it was. Butterscotch says Denver to cover the spread. Corday says Denver first quarter, Denver first half. I'm that girl, Heat and over. That's a lock. I'm with Howard, I think, on the pace. All right. Nathan's teasing the game. Denver and under. Everybody's like, don't tease basketball. I'd say to them, I'll do what I want. All right. Denver money line for Matt. And Detroit. Well, don't say that, Howard. We know Ron's from Detroit. And yes, there's Ron talking about it with Monty Williams going to Detroit. So, all right. That might be it for this game. I mean, we could break it down. You guys know what's going on. We're just here to give some picks and see what you guys have to say. You guys are the stars here today. Corday, one more, says Denver, Miami first half over, full game over. That girl Denver wins it all in the end. Howard's also from Detroit. All right. And when I think of Detroit now, I think of that airport thing. Okay.
Right.
Alan Smetana. All right. All right, Mindy. We're on the Miami Heat to come back and stay in this game. Let's do it.
All right. Let's try it.
Yeah, I get it, Nathan. And, usually when teams go in there for just one game, right, we don't see necessarily them waiting for, and talk about basketball. You just go in for one game, right? And, and then you're out of there on to the next destination. Here, they've been in town. It has been pretty much five full days of, I don't know how long it takes, really. Never been to Denver.
Never? Oh, look, more bucket list stuff for you to do, Ramon. There you go.
All right, good job, you guys. Enjoy the game tonight, and we'll see what is going on tomorrow.
Ron's ready
All
for
right.
some baseball, he says.
Yeah, let's do it. Because, I thought we were pretty solid yesterday, and we'll see what happens here today. All right, Mindy, first off, this one is ready to go in just 2 hours, so be ready, everybody. This is a Sunday morning special. And,
Right.
and saw some, I saw one talking head say, I don't know what's going on with these early. This is the second year we've actually had the 11:30 Eastern time slot game all season long. Same thing last year. The first few weeks there wasn't one, first week or two or whatever. But this is the second year we've had this game every week, 11:30 Eastern, and today it'll be the Cardinals and the Pirates with a interesting, decent pitching matchup. Sure, Mikolas and Hill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be
Under
too bad.
$1.40, Mindy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Rich Hill here, he's coming in with a little bit of elevated ERA at home, sitting at about 5.83, but overall 4.76. We've talked about him all year. He's been, doing pretty well, not giving up any of the long balls, but he has a little bit of a hard time versus this Cardinals team. Does give up a 5.07 slugging percentage. So a lot of it is going to be which kind of Cardinals team shows up today. The one that scores 8 runs a game or the one that only scores, 4 runs a game or so. For me, I'm going to go ahead and say it's the latter. It's early. It's hard for those bats to wake up. I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here today.
All right, Mindy goes under. That's where the steam came in, and you can see that move. I moved it on you there to 8.5 over 15. I'm not sure we can. Let me take a look and see if there's any 9s out there still. Move's definitely been on the underhill here, and why not? You see, Mikolas has definitely been outstanding. We know Hill has been out of his mind considering, what was everybody making fun of him and his age. Yeah, he has not been good of late. So maybe he hit the wall because it's been like 4 or 5 straight starts. We've gotten a look at the lineup. So let me give you some information right now on this. Maybe also, I don't know if this is why the total's going down. The bats aren't, it's not like Goldie and Arenado are out or anything. Brendan Donovan will get the rest today. And they'll also go with their backup catcher as Contreras will sit today. For the Pirates, it's Andrew McCutchen gets his rest today. So I don't think that's any true indicator of why this total might be going down, but that's where the steam has come in today. And I'm going to be on the Bucks in this one. I'll take them. Let me see what that run line is. I'm about minus $1.35. How about if I take Pittsburgh on the run line here with Rich Hill, maybe to get a little something back. A lot of comments here. Let's see what's going on. I better get on this, otherwise I'm going to lose my place. You guys like this game more than the NBA Finals. So they're still talking. They were talking, but they're taking up. They're talking about the Lions up there still. The Lion greats. Here's Fernando on the Cardinals. Fernando also on the over. Pirates run line for Verley. Pirates run line for me. And JD says if the steam comes in on the under, maybe it's Rich Hill. We'll get it back today. Look, his numbers are certainly still decent. It's been a rough month. It was a rough May for Rich Hill after a solid April. Butterscotch on St. Louis here. And Rich Hill under for Brett's here today, giving us those pitcher props. Thank you.
There we go.
Howard on the Cardinals. I'm that girl with a lean to the Bucks. Here's the Bucks for Bionic. Here's a Nerfy for Corday. Gets the star. AI says St. Louis. Nathan, Cardinals and under. Ash will take the Bucks. Matt says the Cardinals can't get it together here. Solo going under. We've caught up, I think, there. Mindy's on the under. I'm on the Pirates. On the run line with Rich Hill. All right, the Phillies and the Nationals, Rangers, Suarez and Trevor Williams. This one I'm showing Suarez $1.50. The total now 9 under 15. So this one has moved to shit. It was juiced to the over. Now it's juiced to the under.
Well, I would like to go under as well in this one. The Phillies, 3.85 runs of offense. The Nationals, 3.73 runs of offense here on average. Also have Ranger Suarez. He actually, has a .362 slugging percentage versus this Nationals team. I think there's not going to be too much for scoring here today, Ramon. I think it's going to go under the total.
All right, Mindy takes the under in this one with Suarez and Williams. Yeah, pretty close on this one. I'm gonna end up on the Phillies here. I'll just take them on the money line. I'll take a favorite here with Suarez. Williams actually has been a little bit profitable here, but for me, Suarez has been pretty bad of late. I know that for sure, but Williams hasn't been much better. So let's see what the chat has to say in this one. We'll note that Williams has gone over in just 2 of his last 9 starts. So Phillies have gone under in 5 of their last 7. So good trends for Mindy there. And let's see here. Oh, I want to say hello to Renoir.
Hello.
We want to talk a little WNBA. So here, we'll get to that for sure. Fernando on the Nationals. Blake says Nats first 5. And Howard says, "Oh, was Tony on Washington here? I didn't see yet, actually." And Butterscotch wants Washington run line. I'm that girl on the Nationals, CTG on the Nats, Bionic on the Phillies here. I like the Phillies. I don't like the price, so I'm going to give them out here as the free play type of pick here. Ash says Phillies. Nathan, Nats first 5. Brett likes the under. Burley on the Nats. Damian Betts with Nats money line. AI says under. Hello to money line here today. We're going to get to a hundo. Keep it up, you guys. Smash and like. Right now is the critical time. We want to get that hundo. All right, Mindy is on the under. I'm on the Phillies in this one. All right, the Rays are on the road against those Red Sox. We talked about their little doubleheader yesterday, and I had a premium pick and the over in that game 1, and boy, they really wasn't looking good there. And then all of a sudden, boom, there was all the runs. Bradley and Houck. Mindy, I don't know, Taj Bradley, a young pitcher that usually a young pitcher, they pitch well at home and they feel uncomfortable. Not Bradley. He's terrible at home and really good on the road.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like that, right? I mean, if we take a look at on the road here, this ERA 1.13, not too shabby at all. Houck has been okay here thus far. Both of these two pitched to high strikeout rates. You have 11.8 Ks per 9 innings here for Taj Bradley, 9.3 strikeouts per 9 innings for Tanner Houck. So I think this one will go under as well. Plus, I don't think we have to deal with all that crazy wind like we did yesterday.
Yeah, I'm going to end up the steam came in on the over. Does worry me a little bit, but look at this number now, 9 juice to the over. I want to take the under with Bradley on the road. I think he's looking pretty. Like I said, look at those numbers here. Maybe I could get that weather report there. See if I can pull that one up. It might take a little too long to get it going. Let's see what the chat has to say though here with Oh boy, I am having a devil of a time with the computer. Here's I'm that girl on the Nats. Oh, I'm sorry, the Rays, of course. Fernando on the Rays. Howard says Rays yesterday, getting it done. And here comes my weather report.
All right.
The wind will be blowing from left to right, 11 to 12 miles an hour, and the temperature about 50 degrees. Expecting some rain at the end of the game, nothing too crazy. And Brett says go over, and Bradley's K prop. Blake says take the Rays. Butterscotch, Tampa Bay and under. Bionic on the Rays. AI says Tampa Bay, but over. Steam, like I said, widely reported Steam came in on the over. I'm not sure I trust it here. Like I said, I like Bradley on the road. Let's see here. How 4-1 to the no. Let's see. Red Sox have gone over in just 4 of their last 14 games. We know the Rays have been producing a lot of overs, no doubt. But Ash on the Rays here. Burley on the Rays money line. Nathan, first 5 under 4.5. And Matt, Tampa Bay, sprinkle that run line. Hanger's got a prop for us. You know money line is all over the Rays in this one. All right. All right, Mindy, we're on the under here in this one. Not sure it'll go to 9.5 by the time we're ready to go, but looking at the markets in this one, we're going to be able to get a 9.5. There are 9.5 starting to pop up here big time. And the move looks like it is on the Rays right now. They're up to $1.20, $1.25. One very square offshore book even has $1.30.
Okay.
All right, the Brewers and the Reds here with Hauser and Ben Lively. Man, I didn't know if we'd see this Ben Lively that soon. We'll see. I mean, this is what we expected in his career. Maybe eventually, a good prospect like that. But he's already looking pretty sharp. It was a pick 'em, but the Reds have moved to a favorite now, and the total is moving lower. I'm showing the Reds minus $1.15 at most spots, and the total 10 under 15 could be going to 10 under 20.
Well, I'm definitely taking the Reds here, Ramon. I like how they've gone to Lively now in that starting rotation. He's played really well, giving up just only 4 earned runs so far, 22 Ks, and that was versus, I don't know, the Yankees, the Cardinals, the Red Sox. So yeah, he's out there pitching really well. And now you run into a Brewers team that, I don't know, produces only 3.87 runs of offense. They've had the worst road splits here in May. Out of all of the MLB teams, a 219 batting average, 660 slugging. So it's one of those that the Brewers bats, I think, just haven't been too timely here this season. So I'm going with the Reds today.
I'm going to try the Reds with you here. Definitely like what I see with Lively, 2.16 ERA so far. Reds have lost 3 in a row now, but Brewers 6-11, their last 17 on the road. So really, really going to try Lively here. This does not maybe there'll be some regression once everybody gets a look at him. But again, pretty touted pitcher. So I don't think it's necessarily a big, look at this guy, who is he type of thing. They're definitely expecting him to be, a very good pitcher eventually, but maybe just not right now so fast. Looking good. Here's Luis on the over here. Panger wants a Milwaukee here on the money line. Blake on the Reds. Butterscotch on the Reds. And Howard says maybe it'll be payback today. Burley wants to go over here in this one. Ooh. I know. I get it because we're in Cincy. Maybe it goes over 10, but I don't know. Howard on Cincy, Bionic on the Reds, CTG on the Reds. I'm that girl says not yesterday. That game yesterday was maybe an indication. Here's Ash on the Reds under. And here's AI, Cincinnati in the under. Ashcraft did get hit pretty hard. And welcome to Kyle, Sir Swish, Wheezy, 614.
Yes, there's
Says Cincy. And here's Fernando on the Reds. And we're on the Reds as well. Brewers team total under for money line. Okay, that works for us.
Lots of plays. All right.
A couple of games here. Yeah, the chat's really coming with it.
Right. Keep it up. Give us all you got. We'll take it.
A most intriguing matchup today with the Athletics and the Marlins, just because you have the A's all-star pitcher, Blackburn, looked very good in his return. We can make fun of the A's all we want. Doesn't matter. Blackburn came back, pitched very well. It's not going to change anything with the A's or this season or anything like that. But just certainly something to note. That Blackburn returns. He looked very, very good. He's going up against a pretty weak lineup in the Marlins. You have Alcantara. Okay, we get it. He's not blowing them away this year or whatever, but still he is facing one of the worst teams in the league here. So just a real interesting game to that extent. You still have them at, well over a $2 favorite here. And this total has gone up to 8 under 20.
Yeah, I do think this game is a little bit intriguing because, like you said, Blackburn has just pitched so well, only allowing his opponents to a 4.15 slugging percentage, 0.32 batting average. I don't know. I still think it's one of those that he can maybe keep the Marlins team down a little bit. They did put up 12 yesterday. I don't know if they're going to get all that, but I do think this one gets over the total today. We know that Sandy has not been, his self here so far. So I'm going to go ahead and try over the total here again today.
All right, Mindy, going over with the A's and the Marlins. Sandy, a 5 ERA in his last 3 starts. Can the Athletics hit Sandy? Everyone else seems to be. If you bet on Sandy every game, throw up $100. You're only getting $50 back every time. He's been a money burner so far, but he's getting his shot here against the A's. For Blackburn, you mentioned it, Mindy, in his first start, and just went 4 innings, but looked very good in those 4 innings. So we'll see. I'm going to take the Marlins here on the run line. I don't know. I like Blackburn. I like I don't like the A's, but I'll just come back. I had the Marlins as a premium yesterday on the run line. Who didn't, I guess? I don't know. But I'll try them here on the show today. I don't think I can go with it premium today because of, a pretty jacked up line, even for Alcantara here yesterday. Okay. Luis here is on the Marlins. Let's see what else we got from the crew. Howard wasn't even going to take 2.5. It looks like he's saying there. I'm that girl on the Marlins. Damian Betts run line. Marlins AI run line. Marlins. Here's Butterscotch though coming back the other way. He wants Oakland 1.5 plus 1.5 in the first 5. Thank you, Blake. We're up to 111. Let's keep it going. Got a ways to go. Hey, there's Vinny. Great day yesterday, Vinny. 11-2. He's going to be going to the game tonight. Let's see some pictures, Vinny. Hit us up in the Discord. Send some pictures to us. Enjoy the game tonight.
Awesome. That's fun. I'm excited for you. That's great. I mean, it's awesome to have your hometown team there. Probably his team that he's, always been on, and finally being able to get to the game for the championship series. I think it's great.
We'll see. Does he have a premium in the game, side or total, Vinny? Don't tell us what the pick is, of course, but
Just look down the pick ticker. You'll see. You'll see.
That's true. That's true. Mario here today. Mario's here today. He sees the Marlins going on that winning streak right now. They're, of course, 7-3 in their last 10 games. Howard Hogan wants to run line. Brett's got his pitcher props in there. Solo going, of course, Solo's going massive contrarian here. Right? Thank you, Nathan. Mindy, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe I don't understand all those metric people with the positive regression. I think that's called progression.
Right.
Positive regression, I think, is progression. I'm not sure what the technical terms are in that, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I skipped that course. I was in math seminar. I wasn't very good, but all right.
Algebra is just not your thing. Is that what you're saying?
All right. Let's checking out some. See if we have anything else here from the chat. Take a note here real quick. A's run line for Bionic. Burley on Miami run line. Matt says take him in a parlay. All right. Yeah, no, I get it. I agree. I mean, he's in for progression. Sandy will, I would think he will get together somewhat. It might not be, overwhelming. Maybe he's just not himself this year. Maybe he's not 100%. Who knows? But it just hasn't been there. Fernando here, run line. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. The Discord plays weren't as good as the premiums yesterday, Blake. And I know you were asking about something for the balls and see what an exciting game that was. I couldn't get involved with that game. Ended up 6-5 with Clemson. Really good game. Okay, Mindy is on the over, and I'm on the Marlins minus a 1.5. Let's keep it rolling here with the Blue Jays and the Mets. Yeah, all of Japan will be awake all night here with this one. Kikuchi and Senga. I'm showing Senga up to $1.30, 8.5 under minus 120. The steam has come in on the under here in this one.
I'm going to look towards the steam. I'm also going to go under in this one. Neither of these two pitchers have pitched against each other's teams, of course. But Senga starting at home, it's one of those that they're 4-1 in their last 5 home starts. That one loss, kind of only came when the Mets could only, basically get one run. So I don't know if Senga can continue to shut Toronto down here or not. Kikuchi's kind of been rocked a little bit on the road here so far. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Should be a really good matchup. It's one of those. The Blue Jays, though, are scoring 4.94 runs, but the Mets have held their opponents to only 4 here thus far. Plus, we have a Blue Jays team ERA out of that bullpen, 3.66, so pretty low as well. I think it's just going to be one of those that these starting pitchers, I think, might go get some quality starts here today, which will keep that score down.
Look what Matt says. He says it's cold in New York. Maybe that helps the pitchers over the batters. I'm showing the temperature is going to be high 60s by game time. But the wind blowing in 12 to 14 miles an hour. So let me know about that. What do you guys see in there? JD says a pitcher's duel. Howard says the Mets will not get swept. And here's Brett with his pitcher props. Nathan, he wants to take the coochie. Can I say that?
Phonetically, sure.
Says it right there on the screen.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right.
Senga over for Kyle. Good to have Kyle with us today. Here's Burley Mets. I agree with Mindy. I want to go under here with these two. Blake says Mets, I think. Fernando with the Mets AI on the under. Bionic. We'll try the Jays here today. Hello to Gerardo. Mindy, the great FA Cup. Manchester City won over Manchester United 2-1.
Close one.
Yeah, yesterday in a big championship game.
It says my battery is running low, so let me make sure I have this, this whole thing here plugged in real quick. I thought
I get a few more comments here from the chat. Here is a Butterscotch going under. Ash is on the Mets. Fernando on the under. Jay's money line for Panger. Sean Money here today. He says Mets money line and under. And Mindy and I are going under in this game. Especially now, what did I say? 8.5 under minus 120. That's where the steam has come in. So go under in this one. Mindy and I keep it rolling right now. We got her back.
Yep. I thought it showed it had the little, thing showing that it was going the whole time. It looks like it still looks like it's charging.
Okay, Mindy is our one of our Angel correspondents, so we're gonna hear about Griffin Canning, who's definitely looking pretty good of late. Here for Canning, now he's on the road, of course, going up against these Astros. In this one, Mindy. I gave out the Astros on the show yesterday on the run line. Angels kind of worried right now. They've only won 2 of their last 9 games, Mindy. I'm not equating it. They are playing the Astros here. It's tough. But we had said when this series started, you'd like to see them compete here, and they're not.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like the Angels should have done a better job here thus far. I'm going to come back with them here today. I do think that Canning maybe gives them that little bit of extra boost that perhaps they've been missing. It's one of those Sandoval has just not been pitching as well as expected or that he normally does. But if I take a look at Canning, he is one that keeps runners off base, only allows a couple walks per game, also has a pretty decent strikeout ratio, 8 Ks per 9 innings here. Francis also pitched pretty well himself, but does have a little bit of an inflated here ERA. I think it's one of those that it's kind of due here for the Angels to get one. That's the way I'm going here today. Taking them here on the money line. A little bit of plus money today.
On the money line. I'm going to come in there with you. I expect a big performance from Canning today, actually. I like what I see right now from Griffin Canning. Fernando's on the Angels there. Blake's on the under in this one. Fernando's on the under. Matt with Houston. I get it. I think there'll probably be plenty of support. B-Rob likes the over in this one. And Butterscotch says, that's what we said. Yep. Tough Angels. This was the one you needed. Here's Bionic will take the Angels with us. AI will take the Angels. Brett says it's going to be another Trout Ohtani doing it again. That girl said before. He said it, but he, she, they said if Ohtani, they said before, if Ohtani isn't pitching, I'm not betting the Angels. Here's Ash on the over in this one. And Burley taking that plus money with us. Okay, Mindy, let's do it. Let's take the Angels today to get one here. Come on, Angels. You got to get one.
Angels.
If you don't get, how are you going to, compete at all in the division if you don't at least get one of these games. Nope, Renoir, stick around. We'll be at the end here. The W. And also, welcome to Darrell President. Wow. Hello.
Nice.
Do we all rise?
Darrell for president.
Nice to have you. Okay. Darrell knows what's going on. All right, Mindy, the Tigers and the White Sox here in this one. We got Boyd on the road. Big dog here. White Sox 165. The total has dropped. Steam came in on the under, so it's 8.5 over 20 right now.
Yeah, you got two guys here with big ERAs, and Kopech likes to get guys on the base paths, I guess. He gives up 5.5 walks per game. That's a little bit high for me. I think this is going to go over the total. I think it's just risky to get those many base runners on when you allow that many walks. And then Boyd, he's one that gives up a 521 slugging percentage here versus this White Sox team. I think it's going to be lights out offensive game here today, going over the total.
Mindy going over here with Boyd and Kopech. Boyd with a 5 ERA in his last 3 starts. Also, we know Kopech is really starting to turn it around here a little bit. You see their White Sox huge favorite. They, doesn't make that much sense. It seems, the Tigers with the, I don't want to say better record. They have about the same amount of wins. The White Sox have 5 more losses. But, man, that's a big line. I think that's maybe showing the respect for Kopech here. He was really starting to turn it up. We'll mention that the Tigers are 5-0 with Boyd on the road. Let's see what the chat has to say in this one. Okay. Howard says, let's go on the Tigers. Nathan, first 5. First 5 money line for Nathan here. Blake says under in the Tigers game. JD says the Kopech under train is over. That means it'll go over. White Sox run line for Fernando. That girl says Sox in this one. Bionic on the Tigers. This is going to be a mixed result here. AI Chicago in the over. Run line here for B-Rob. I don't even know what to do with all this. But there are a lot of picks on this game. Over for Verley. Ash says take the Tigers. Fernando on the under. Luis on the Tigers. Steve Fallow here today says White Sox money line. Mr. President says the Tigers. And Brett on the Tigers on the run line here. Okay, man, that price is high on Kopech here. What it kind of feels like to me. Boy, can I really get involved with him there at this price? I'm not so sure. I think it might be, what's the Tigers run line at? Minus $1.40-ish. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Tigers on the run line here at minus $1.40. Everybody, I was just too confused by everybody going all over the place in this game. Did you get any sense of a consensus by the chat over, under, side?
No, I think it was literally every other was a White Sox or a Tigers. If you look down, Tigers, White Sox, Tigers, White Sox. Yeah.
Okay. Sean Money coming in with the Tigers here on the run line as well. All right. And, Blake says, what about the Tigers? How many runs have they actually scored in the last 3 games? Well, let's see. 3, 0, and 1. Well, they better get a better performance from Boyd. Boyd's been a profitable pitcher. Hasn't been great, but, the Tigers, we know their offense isn't very good, but they've hit when Boyd has been pitching. And like I said, maybe that's the reason why they are 5-0 in his road starts. And also, Mindy, 5-1 to the over in Boyd's last 6 starts. White Sox have gone over in 7 of their last 9. So that supports Mindy's trend there. Yeah, how about that? Wasn't that weird with the umpire getting hit in the face like that?
Yeah. I couldn't believe that when they keep saying, like, you see the crawl that says all 3 runs were scored on pass balls.
Okay, let's move on here. Corday on the Tigers. Okay, welcome back, Tristan McKenzie. Unfortunate, right? Because Mindy, I don't know. I mean, before he was in, McKenzie was, talked up to be one of the best pitchers in baseball this year.
Right.
It's been a few years. He continues to develop, and then an unfortunate setback before the season. So we've had to wait here until the 1st of June to get Tristan McKenzie in there. So this actually ends up being really a terrific pitching matchup. Hopefully McKenzie's good to go, healthy and ready, because, we know how great he was. And, talk about inconsistency when he was a young pitcher, Mindy, but, in his career, ERA 3.68. So, and last year kept his ERA under 3. And we know Ryan's been pretty strong, but he's given back a little bit of late.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Tristan McKenzie today with the Guardians. I've been on him 3 days in a row. I mean, why stop now? But yeah, I really like him. I think he's great. 27% K ratio. His opponent's batting average of 179. I think he's great. I really do. It's just one of those that we have to get the Guardians team to kind of come around here, get the bat on the ball a little bit. They're still only averaging 4.35 runs a game. The Twins, 4.67, so not far behind. These bullpen ERAs are also pretty good. 3.08 here for the Guardians and 3.53 for the Twins. I think it's going to be another good game, another close one. But I think the Guardians here come out on top today with McKenzie.
Is that a money line play, Mindy?
That'll be a money line play for me for the Guardians.
38?
137-ish is what I had. Yep.
Oh, boy. I like him. I was going to say, I'll take him on the run line. But, I mean, if you like him on the money line, then I might as well join you, I would think, in this one. I want to see what McKenzie has. I don't know if there's any, limits on him necessarily. He hasn't been great against Minnesota in his career. But, again, this is a pitcher that has just continued to get better. And hopefully he's healthy and ready to go because I think we're about to get on him. See what the chat says. I'll do it. I'll take him. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. I was going to take the insurance, but Ryan's given some back, right? 5.5 ERA in his last 3 starts. Twins are 4-0 when Ryan starts at home, but with a ton of run support. 33 runs in those 4 games. Okay, here is Twins' first 5 for Blake. Oh, yeah. Ryan, he is in good, but again, like I said, 5.4 ERA last 3 starts. Is he hitting the wall a little bit? Joe Ryan, though, Brett likes him today on his strikeout prop over. But, yeah, maybe picking on the Guardians a little bit, right, because of the fact that they are, so weak in hitting that if they could just hit it all. Fernando on the run line here. Bionic is on the Twins. Ash is on the Twins. We're by ourselves here a little bit, Mindy. Here's Minnesota and under for AI. Luis is with us on Cleveland. Fernando's leading under. Steve's going to be on Minnesota. Let's take the Guardians here with McKenzie. We've been on a few of these good performances of late. by the Guardians. They're trying to get back in this race. Burley will take the Twins. So it's just you and me and
Okay.
Luis, I think.
All right. Some days we're on our island, some days we're not. This one just happens to be one of those games.
Well, if you believe the bookmakers, Mindy, the Royals should have at least another 5 or 6 wins. They're always favored, it seems like, when it doesn't seem like they maybe should. I don't know. Look, I'm not as down on Singer as, I try to be realistic when I'm trying to, talk up the pitchers a little bit. Uh, uh, you know, he's got poor numbers. We know that, but something about the Rangers here today. They're taking on. The Royals a buck 35, 9.5 under 25. They're favored big time over these Rockies.
I know, but they've been favored the last couple games and haven't done really very much here either.
Nope.
Oh, I just feel like Brady Singer, that 7.22 ERA at home really bothers me, especially with a Royals team that doesn't score too much. They kind of, I thought, went out to a little bit of a decent start here offensively, but have kind of been lacking here, especially over their last 4 or 5 games. The Rockies haven't been scoring too much here as well, but I think I got to go with starting pitching. I think Freeland here has a little bit better numbers. It's just kind of what I'm looking at. It's a game where I think there's going to be a lot of runs just because of the way that there's not a whole lot of strikeouts between these two pitchers. Brady Singer, though, I think he's a little bit better, 8.6 Ks per 9, but then that ERA just doesn't show it. So I think I'm going to have to go with the Rockies here today. I'll take them plus money.
Me too, Mindy. Yesterday I don't know why. Yesterday, we didn't do it, and we got caught on that total a little bit when the steam came in on the over, and we still wanted to go under with the 2 left-handers. But let's try the Rockies here today. Freeland has been, you think Singer's been, Freeland's not been good either of late. Colorado's 1-4 on the road with him, but let's go ahead and take them. Royals have won just 5 of their last 19. They're still 8-23 at the K. So Matt thinks Freeland will get it back today. Bionic is on the Rockies run line here to get a little insurance. That was way too high for me at $1.65. Let's go money line here, Mindy, with the Rocks on the road against your Royals.
I'll take them. I'll own them.
Ash says go over. B-Rob says go over. Butterscotch says go over. I will say this because yesterday we went under. These two teams go under quite a bit still. So yeah, Howard, that's the secret right there, is actually finding the dogs at the right time. That's really all there is to it. You've got to take these dogs. I don't do it enough. You really should try to be hitting these dogs, and nothing too crazy. If anything, really dogs that are in the 1 plus 140 and lower range, and really the ones you need to hit. Okay, let's take a look at the Mariners here, going up against the Rangers with one of those Millers, Robbie, Brady, Byron, Bryce. I don't know who these guys are. All these B Millers. Mariners here, they're a dog. Rangers are minus $1.50. 8 over 15. So this one's moving higher.
Oh, I know that it's moving higher because of what this Rangers team has been able to do with their bats. But for me, I just kind of want to go under in this one. And it has to do with the starting pitching. Evaldi, I feel like he's just been pitching really well. And then you have Bryce Miller, 1.86 ERA. No home runs thus far in 19 innings of work here on the road. So he has pitched really well. It's just one of those, if the Mariners can, get any sort of bats going, and if they can go ahead and hold the Rangers down. I don't see a whole lot of change in the Mariners, so it's going to mostly be, do I think the Rangers can score, something like 5 or 6 runs today against a guy that throws a 1.86? I'm going to go ahead and go under the total.
Yeah. Mindy going to take the under in this one. Look, I know the Sharps are going to want to come in on the under here. I feel very confident in that for sure. And I've got to agree, I would think at this point. Um, Valdi, man, these numbers are just off the charts. 0.77 ERA in his last 6 starts right now. No, the Rangers are just absolutely smashing at this point. Got to give Seattle a chance here, but man, Mariners 17 games over 500 now. Here is B Rob is a Rangers fan.
Cool.
But he'll take the Mariners. He'll take over in this one. Let's see. I'm going to take the Mariners versus Rangers over 8. You've already showed me he can pitch better at home. So it sounds like he just likes to. That also sounds like a play on the Rangers, B-Rob, because Eovaldi can deliver, and you like it over. So, yeah, Miller's been fine so far, though. Fernando's on the over here. Bionic is on the Mariners run line. Don't overthink it. Take the Rangers. Rangers just crushing it. Maybe it is I don't know if this price is terrible. These are actually the ones I mentioned, taking dogs 140 and over. You're supposed to avoid. These are old standing, not rules. I don't think it's widely talked about or any set rules.
Yeah, I can do what I want, Ramon.
Yeah. You want to lay $4? Let's do it. But when it's supposed to be,
I'm a grown man.
This just goes back to like talking in sports books, like to old guys, 30 years, don't lay 150 and always take 140. Luis says take the Rangers here today. All right, let's do it with the total here, Mindy. Let's go under with Eovaldi looking really good, and also the fact that now this total has moved to 8 over. I mean, there was a touch there just for a moment. A few books late last night got down to a juiced up 7.5. So I like this one to go under. Cool. With you. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, Mindy, the Orioles and the Giants. Well, we nailed this one yesterday on the show. So, look, everybody loved the Orioles. I love the Orioles. Who wouldn't love this Orioles team? But yesterday, look, you're going up against Cobb. Bradish, pretty okay pitcher. Pretty decent, actually, so far. But Cobb is looking good, and the Giants get that win in and under, as we called it right here on the show. So, they're coming back with Wells here and DeSclafani this afternoon, and the Giants are favored. No, it's a pick 'em maybe. Maybe the Giants are just a slight favorite, 8 over 15.
Well, I'm still going to go back on the Orioles. They have won 3 of their last 5 games here, playing well offensively. They've scored quite a few runs, 20 here over their last 4 road games as well. I expect them to basically keep that up. DeSclafani, he's kind of struggled a little bit. It seems like he's kind of an interesting home and away pitcher, I think, here thus far. So for me, though, I think it's going to be more of keeping San Francisco's offense in check here today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Orioles in this one.
Yeah, I am too. So it shows you, I mean, we're going back and forth. That's okay. That's how you do it. You got to find the right team, the right side, the right spots. Let's take the Orioles here on the road with Wells, 3.5 ERA in his last 4 starts, and DeSclafani, an ERA over 6 in his last 3 starts. Most impressive for Baltimore, 19-10 record on the road right now. Giants have now lost 3 of 4. So take a look here, and let's see here with this one. I'm that girl says sports betting or play the lotto. Well, if you went and played the lotto, right, what are you going to get back every dollar you put down? What do you get back, 38 cents or so? Is that right? I don't know if I'm right on that, but sports betting, even if you just flipped a coin, you're going to get 95 cents back for your dollar every time.
Yeah, it's just a little bit tougher with baseball season just because you don't have the -110s. So it's a little bit tricky to really break the books when you're playing Major League Baseball. But you can definitely break the books when you get to these -110s with football, basketball. That's just kind of how I see it.
I don't play the lotto, but when it first came out, you played the lotto and the line was all long, back in this was like 1989. I don't know when it was here back in California. And one of the first weeks, and we were loading up on tickets back then, like $50, $100, whatever, lotto, and put it all together, right? And so the lottery numbers come out, and I hit 5 plus the bonus.
Oh my
Well, I
goodness.
thought I did. I'd missed the bonus by 1, but I thought I hit it, and I was jumping up and down and broke my toe. Turns out I just had 5 of 6 numbers for $21,000, and not the $200,000 like I thought I had just won. And I don't know if I ever played again after that because it just seemed like,
Yeah.
you know
What's
what
your
the
odds?
lotto has to offer. It's a
Getting hit
terrible,
by lightning? That kind of ratio?
terrible scheme. What do they tax on the poor? Tax of the poor, the lotto. All right, here's Butterscotch is going to be on Baltimore with us. Howard on Baltimore. Fernando will stay on the Giants in this one. And we got Bionic on the Orioles. Hello to Michael Thompson. There it is. Good morning, and here's my pick. It's Baltimore. I'm that girl on the Orioles. Man, I broke my toe. I was jumping up and down, and I couldn't believe it. What is that, Fernando? Is that a total? Maybe it is a total. Here's Verley on on Baltimore.
Yeah, probably under 8, I'm guessing there. Maybe. No.
There it
Oh,
is.
and then there's the over and the under is right next to the I.
Luis goes under. Hello to Double R here today. Yeah, I'm that girl. College basketball is great. Steve Fallow on Baltimore. Scared money here today on the Giants. Nice to see Scared here today. And Butterscotch said it right there. They right even well, they are one of the best teams, but even compared to the other teams that have very similar records, Baltimore seems to be the only one that doesn't lose back to back. The other ones go streaking a little bit more. And Fernando does say it's under. Yeah. Okay. All right, Mindy, let's take Baltimore and come right back with them today with Wells. Almost done with baseball here. Let's get another good one with the Braves and the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen, he's favored here in this one, and the total 8.5 over 20. Soroka, they lost that first one with Soroka.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go under the total here again. I think it's going to be Zach Gallen. I think he's going to be able to hold the Braves down a little bit here in this one based off of that 0.66 ERA. And then you come back again. The Diamondbacks team has a decent bullpen there as well. Only given up 5 more earned runs than this Braves team here all season. So, yeah, for me, I don't know. Soroka, I mean, I don't know. 6 ERA. I think he struggles a little bit, but I think he's better than what he shows. So I'm going to go ahead and go under today.
Yeah, I'll go under with you for sure. I'm not, we'll see. I mean, Soroka, lengthy injury, so, hopefully he'll get it back. But, 4 runs in 6 innings in that first start, but 83 pitches. I'm not too worried about that at this point. In fact, they went 6 innings coming off, Achilles surgery. Yeah, and there were some other things that set him back on his return, but really it's the Achilles injury that sidelined him for such extended period of time. I'm that girl says that anyone got banned from sport. Yes, quite they do frequently get banned nowadays. That's why you want offshore to stick around too, in legitimate books or books that aren't scared. A lot of times people get banned though for kind of circumventing you don't take advantage. You're not supposed to take advantage, and no one ever should. You should be a stand-up person. Here's Fernando. Oh, let's see. Do we got any? Arizona here for butterscotch. Howard says under is in. We're on it, Mindy. We're on the under. Soroka and Gallon, especially. Let's see here, 8.5 juice to the over. I'm fine with that. Here's Fernando on the Diamondbacks, and Gallon here. Yeah, and not only that, it's been a long trip. It's been a long, strange trip. Looking forward to that Bill Walton 30 for 30. Gallon over here. Oops. I mean that. Here's I'm That Girl says Arizona. Fernando on the under. Bionic on the Diamondbacks. Michael Thompson, Arizona under. And Matt D says series history here is on the under. Steam came in on the over in this one. That's maybe why it got juiced up. I wasn't too impressed by that Steam. Note, Arizona's won 10 of their last 14 games. They're also 20-13 at home. Gallon 6-0 with an 0.66 ERA in his 6 home starts. Arizona 6-0 at home, obviously, in those games. So we'll take the under here, Soroka and Gallon. All right, well, the Padres got it done yesterday. I probably should have been a little more confident and played them, yesterday. But Weathers goes today against Stroman, so you do have the Cubs here. No, the Padres are a slight favorite here, 8.5 over 25.
I was on the Padres yesterday. My guy, Yu Darvish. I'm going to go back with the Padres here today. It worries me a little bit, right? Because the Padres do tend to struggle a little bit at home, and I know they're struggling a little bit offensively, but I felt really good about them putting up a 6 spot yesterday. So I'm hoping they kind of go ahead and keep that going. You have Stroman that he also pitches worse on the road than he does at home. And then Weathers, he pitches better at home than he does on the road. So Ryan Weathers also allows his opponents to a .35 slugging percentage. So I'm going to go ahead and go on the Padres and their better bullpen here today.
All right, Mindy, with the Padres. All right, I'll take it, Mindy. I don't know if I'm going to agree here necessarily because, look, I've tried to give Ryan Weathers a chance when everybody on YouTube is saying how, terrible he is. I always was the guy saying, hey, you know what, son of a major leaguer, this guy's kind of a bulldog out there. Let's give him a chance. But, oh, man, the near 6 ERA in his last 4 starts right now. Stroman's been pretty terrific. 1.17 ERA in his last 3 starts. Cubs have won all 3 of those, but the Cubs 11-21 on the road in their last, 11-21 in their last 32 games overall. Padres don't go over too much. We know that. Cubs have gone under in 5 straight. Padres 26-9-2, their last 37 to the under. Oh boy. Steam came in on the over though, and I'm going to buck this trend today. I'm going over. Let's see if I can do it. I'm going to buck some trends. I'm going to roll with this Steam here today at 8.5 over 25. Padres. You mentioned it yesterday. They're off their bats 6 runs, and it wasn't like explosive. They actually had to do it with a few rallies in there, so that was promising. Let's take a look at what the chat has to say in this one. Bionic is on the Padres. Fernando's on the Cubs. You got Howard's going to be on the Cubs. Nathan's on the Padres today. Butterscotch says, unless he's just saying that, but I think that means he's taking them. Chicago first 5 money line. I'm That Girl says, don't trust these 2 teams together. I just think back to the 1984 National League Championship. A great time to be a 15-year-old kid in baseball. Great come from behind for the Padres to win the series and go to the World Series and lose to Ron Hahn's Detroit Tigers. Corday says Cubs.
When you and Burley were at the stadium together.
Yeah. Stroman going over on the K-prop. All right, Mindy's on the Padres. I'm on the over in this one. Oh, cross my fingers, but I think the Padres can produce a little bit, maybe cool Stroman down a little bit. Stroman likes that home cooking. All right, let's go to the nightcap now, and the Yankees and the Dodgers. One of the Millers is pitching. I think this is Bobby. I think this is Bobby
Yes.
going up against Domingo Germán in this one. The Dodgers favored here, $1.45, and the total is moved under here a little bit now. I'm showing it at 9 under 15.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to head. I'm going to go to the under here. It's one of those Bobby Millers, a little bit of a mystery yet. And it's going to be if Herman can go ahead and keep those bats down here for the Dodgers. I think he can do it. 3.98 ERA, only giving up a 1.5 home runs per 9 in his 23 innings of work. So not really giving up the long ball. Also has 7.3 Ks per 9 innings. It is one of those that he has to keep folks off the bases via walks. So as long as he can go ahead and have some command, I think this one will go under the total.
Right, Mindy goes under. But yeah, just put that Dodger jersey on your pitcher, and he's going to be an instant star. So Miller, 1.64 ERA in those two starts. Dodgers won them both. Kind of want to try the Yankees here. Run line's pretty high too, but expect a close game, and I'll take the Yankees on the run line. Either way, I've got to lay $1.50, right? So. I mean, of course, it could go Yankees money line. I'm not sure I trust them right now in this spot. So Yankees have won 5 of their last 7. They're 16-12 on the road. Dodgers are a machine at home, 21-8, but they've lost 5 of their last 9. So I'll try Herman here. This is the featured game of the week tonight. We know Sunday Night Baseball, Dodgers and Yankees. That's just to lead into the NBA Finals. Be off that game. I mean, not with Mindy and her, 5 TV setup.
Right.
But, it won't be on the big screen for too long. Okay, we got 3 games in the W. Where's our new friend? Wish I should. I better put the plays. Sorry, Mindy. Let me get the chats.
It starts with an R, but Renoir.
Yeah, okay,
Renoir.
Here's Yankees for Howard. I'm that girl on Dodgers. I missed the chat plays there. The most important part of the show. Okay, everybody's on record here. And Brett doing a great job with our pitcher props. Here comes Renoir. Here's I'm that girl. Loving it. Ready to go. All right, Mindy. The Wings and the Sun will start us off. The Sun, a big favorite in this one. Well, maybe because of how well they're looking. I mean, the Wings have had some decent performances, I think. Anyway, the Sun, let me make sure of these lines here. There has been some movement, I think, on some of these totals. This one's now Connecticut 7. The total is 166.
Stop it. I wanted at 8.5.
Well, I mean, that's just it. I mean, this is in real time. I mean, this was probably a good 3 hours ago when I set up the show, but that's the way it's moving today. So everybody got to take that in mind.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and the Wings, I think, have been better than expected, right? I mean, their 2 losses have come by a combined 7 points. I think they're going to be able to keep it close. Taking the Wings and the points. I want the 8.5. I'm mad about it.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about that spread now, the way it's moved a little bit. Maybe the value isn't necessarily there right now. I'm going to end up on the over here in this one. I think it might be a big night for the big day for the Sun. This one goes off, I believe, 1 Eastern, noon, Mindy, and 10 Pacific. I'm going to go over in this one with Connecticut with a big day. I'm looking for Tiffany Hayes to rock today. I'm going to check the injury report here for Dallas as well. If I have time, bear with me here. Dangerfield, questionable. McCowan now out indefinitely. So, okay. Yeah, it does hurt that. I'm going to go over, though, because I like Connecticut for a big day here. Mindy is on the Wings. We're not going to be on the same page on that one. Okay. I think we got a few comments from the chat here. A few picks on this one. Sky for Renoir. Oh, we're not there. Oh, sorry about that.
That was his play from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he's already on the next game. I'm way behind here. Okay, Ash will be on the Wings. Howard says Wings will cover. I'm that girl's got it as a lock. Oh, boy. You guys are on the Wings. Oh, I just feel like they're not going to have the depth of the Sun. That's what it feels like to me. Yes, Howard, we're going heavy volume today. I've got a ton of college baseball just rolling in right now. I'm seeing these lines popping up. Okay, Renoir on the Sky, huh? And good stat there from Mindy. Okay, Mindy on the Wings. I'm on the over here. And let's move on to the Sky and the Liberty. Lines 12.5. And this total is 157. It did get steamed to the under.
Yeah, didn't the Sky and Liberty just play? And it was a 1-point game. The Liberty are at home this time, but I do think the Sky should be able to keep it close here. Again, they are 5-2 against the spread, like Renoir says, right? In those last 7 road games, 5-1 their last 6 games here overall. Do like the Sky today and those big points. I like Renoir's kitty cat as well. Little white, orange one, kind of tabby cat.
I'm going to be on the over here with these two. This one is dipped low enough here for me to take it over with the Sky, and Liberty's team came in on the under. I'm not sure I agree with it. I think I've got for the Sky, I've got Mabry, I've got Williams in a good spot here today for the Liberty. I think Sabrina can have a big game. Of course, Brianna Stewart's going to have a big game, but I don't know if it's a best situation. So let's see here with Chicago. Howard liking Chicago here with you, Mindy. And boy, what else did I see here? Oh, there we go. On that girl, Sky plus the points. Sure, they can cover. Ash is on the Sky. Everybody liking the Sky here. Yeah, I don't know. I know that's a big number, but it's big. I'm just going to stick with the total here, going over with Sky and Liberty. Mindy on the Sky. And so is everybody else, for that matter. Nobody on the Liberty. And how about another monster spread for you? In fact, this one, Mindy, just like last time. If you like the Aces, probably get it now. What's it going to be by game time? 20? No, not 20, but it might be 17. It's 16 now. Aces favorite on the road here in this one, Mindy. We're starting to see, Mindy, I don't know if you've got this feeling, but whereas some of those big spreads, some of the favorites did cover. Yeah, there were some underdogs that covered, but as the few games have played out now, the line maybe is getting a little bit too, and we've seen some backdoors. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And one of them was with this Aces team, right? Like you said, they were out there to a big lead most of the time. But again, today the Aces are playing the Fever. I feel like I got to take the Aces. I'm the one that usually doesn't like to play these big spreads, but today I'm gonna, again. I'm going to take the Aces here to cover the 16. I mean, Jackie Young, Asia Wilson, they'll get their 20 points apiece. I think it's easy pickings today.
Yeah.
Only because it's the Fever.
I don't know. I just hey, at least the Fever had got that one win. I don't know. Will they go on another 20-game losing streak? Let's see here what we got from the chat. I'm scared. I'm scared here. We've got Howard's on the Aces here. Ash is on the Aces. Corday Aces first half. Interesting there. I would imagine it's got to be a little bit higher than that by now. But I do want to peek at it. That's 9. A little bit higher. Yeah, but again, Zordon, the Fever, like I said, they snapped a 20-game losing streak dating back to last season. And there's no reason to indicate, they were the worst last year. So I'm that girl going under. Howard on the Aces. And what is Renoir says? Aces way too good. Too much meat on the books. I am not sure what's going on there, but all right. At 173. I'm going to go. I'm not. Look, the Aces are running up some big numbers.
179 last game, it looked like.
Oh, man. But what are the Fever going to do here?
All right.
Woo!
Is it going to be 50 or 80? What's it going to
It might be 80 to 50 is what I'm thinking. I'm going to take the under in this one. The Fever, they're going to have to score a lot of points, Mindy, the Fever here to get, and I don't know if they can. Okay, good show, you guys. Great job. Hit me up in the Discord. We got to get out of here. This was a long show, and I will have the baseball there, the college baseball ready to go here in just a little bit. But just want to thank everyone. And go to Tony'sPicks.com where you find our premium picks. Those are absolutely our best picks every day over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll save you 20% off all of our premium pick packages. We're going to get going here, Mindy, with our premiums, but we got a pretty good card today here, no doubt. And I'll just mention for the first time this season, I'm pretty sure, Mindy, even on the one-game cards, we had a WNBA game. We did not come to a consensus today. First time, no doubt about it. And but that's okay because we got our NBA play, and Mindy's bringing them up there. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Click on the All Cappers tab. There you'll find a list of cappers, including the ones on top right there. Look at that. Tiffany, me, Vinny. At least Vinny comes in and comments. He's part of the team. All right, there's Tony, there's Mindy. Go through all of them. Click on the handicapper of your choice, Morning Steam team as well. Remember, if you missed the show, you can get our Morning Steam picks right here by clicking on the Morning Steam tab, and you can subscribe to the picks. Now they're free here on the YouTube channel, but just know that Mindy and I benefit from your subscription to these. And also on Tuesdays, we offer our extra picks, if you will, that we don't have a show, but we do come in and make picks on Tuesday. So, okay, Mindy's got them up there now, so let's take a look. There we are. We're on the heat in the NBA Finals tonight, and look at this baseball card.
Hey, get you.
Under. Reds, money line. Mets, under. Angels, money line. Guardians, money line. Rockies, money line. Rangers, under. Orioles, money line. Braves, under.
Are you tired?
Well, I have to do that because remember, a shout out to everyone who listens to our show on podcast.
That's right.
So that's really hard to write them down. So shout out to all those. Oh gosh, CTG, thank you. Let me get you. I've got one play for you right now in the USFL. real quick. It'll be in the early game. Hit me in the Discord. Maybe I'll get to the late game. I'm going to take New Jersey -2.5 against Memphis in the opener. We went 2-0 yesterday. Think I'm doing pretty well in these USFL plays, Mindy.
That's right.
I should be keeping score because I'm pretty positive we got a pretty strong record, actually. But, everyone says you're supposed to keep track, transparency, whatever. Just go back and watch every show. We've had these USFL games pretty well smashed. Thank you, Butterscotch. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Mindy Hahne, of course, as always. Okay, and we'll catch you tomorrow with our final show of the week. Final show of the week. Morning's team, enjoy the game tonight. For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.